today I get to do a trial, a testing of some all natural products. And we're going to call it pineapple slices because I think she said that is my scent. Pineapple slices. So this is the Moisture Boost Hair and Scalp Mist. And it's supposed to promote growth, soothes out dry, itchy scalp, and hydrates and refreshes your hair. So then there is the stimulating hair and scalp oil. And it also stimulates hair follicles, dry, itchy scalp, and locks in the moisture. So, since it locks in the moisture, the oil locks in the moisture, I'm going to use the spray first, then the oil. And the oil, I won't be using this every day, or every other day. I probably use this like every 2 or 3 days. So we'll see how the schedule goes. So, since it's all about promoting growth and all that good, and plus I am tracking my hair growth because I'm waiting for 4 more inches to come in, and then that's when I am going to do another bikini bodybuilding competition. So for this project, I'm going to be measuring like stretched hair, meaning, you know how you see people, you know how you see loose hair naturals, their hair is, tight and shrinkage. And like with Sister Locks, we have a little shrinkage too, as you can see. See, look, and that's where it goes. So I'm going to be doing full stretched hair for this measurement process. So I'm going to be taking this portion, and I'm going to actually mark my shirt. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take it, pull it just like everybody else does, and let's see. That little piece there, I'm not going to count because it's the only little piece like that, and it is the very, very tail end. So that little piece I'm not going to count because then I'll, when I use that, I would lose my mark for everything else. So now we have our first mark. Bring it all the way across. And just like when you're measuring your, I'll fix that later. But just like when you're measuring your kids' growth, and this is a permanent Sharpie. But you see you see that stretch, right? That stretch. Shrinkage is real even in Sister Locks. It is real even in Sister Locks. So see, it is real for us as well. So, and then same. It's about the same. I'm only gonna mark this side. Yeah, I'm only gonna mark one side because it's the kind of same process, same thing. These little frizzy ends, I'm not worried about. Now, what I am going to have to do is get my husband to mark. Well, no, he can't even mark the back. And that's another thing I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make sure that the crease of the seam of the shoulder, I'm going to have to make sure that it's on my shoulder bone. You know, you got to be careful when you're trying to be all documentative with this process. So I'll have to make sure it's there. Because when I turn around, well, if I stretch it, so let me grab some. So if I stretch it, now I'm stretching it. So if I stretch it, it's about right there. So maybe I will get my husband to mark it for me. So yeah, I'll stretch it and I'll have him mark it for me. And then we'll be able to do that process as well. But far as, and for my competition, 4 more inches to the stage, that's what I was calling 4 more inches to the stage growth. This is how I'm measuring my hair. I'm taking it like this, putting it up there, and just like that. And actually, we have in sister locks, we have what we call a middle part. And the middle part is just as it says, it's up the middle. So since I just got my hair done last night, you can see my scalp and my lines, or as they like to call it, my grid pattern. You can see it really good. So this is what we call middle part. You know, it's directly in the middle. But I actually, my loctician put it back like I like it. I like it just about 2 rows off. So just a little off. I don't is what I really like. So the first time I measured my hair, when I was set my goal for 4 more inches, it was more of right here. So you just kind of rake / comb your hair over to the side, and then I take this ruler and I let it fall right there. So you could say it's about 15 inches long, meaning I got about 3 more inches to go. So my hair may have grown some. So this is how I usually have a bobby pin up here holding it, and then I snap my picture, and that's how I'm tracking my hair for my growth before I compete again. And then I do both sides, so I'll do this side as well. Put it over here and I let it hang, and then I take, oh, it's got to be right there, and then I let it hang. So you see where that 17 is at, is where, this is where I want my hair to be when I compete again, right there. So that's that. And then I do the same thing for the back. Now for the back, I try to be all I try to be all precise about it, right? So keep my hair at the middle part, right? And then I count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going back to 10. 5, 6, 7, 7. Come on, 7. 8, 9, and I think it's 9 on this side and 10 on this side. I think that's how it's supposed to be. 1, 2. Let me look in the real mirror. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, it's 9 on the right side and 10 on the left, which is in the right spot. So that's where I place my ruler, because the first time I measured, I was like, no, it was longer than that. And then I figured it out. You got to have it in the same place when you put it in the top of your head. So here we go. And for this process, remember, this is unstretched. So, and I do it unstretched because it won't be stretched when I'm doing my competition. So I'll have to look back when we finish to see where this measurement ended. It should be somewhere around 17 inches. Yeah. Let's see what it say. I can't see. But I will just do that part later, and then later I'll also get my husband to stretch it and mark it. So let's look at this product. It's called, my scent is called Pineapple Slices, but through the bottle I can't really smell it. Oh, I smell it. So it's very lightly scented. It's not heavy at all, but I do smell the pineapple. That was nice. All right, and since it has water, juice, and a few essential oils in it, I'm gonna shake it well because you know water and oil don't exactly mix. So since it soothes dry and itchy scalp, I'm gonna apply to my scalp. My focus on my spraying is going to be my scalp. And whenever I put something on my hair like this is how I do it. And then in the end, I'm going to go and just put a little bit all throughout my hair. Oh, on my actual locks. Yeah, because it's called hair and scalp mist. But you know when it comes to growth, you got to get it at the scalp. This part of the hair already done what it's supposed to do. Only thing you can do is keep it looking healthy. So then I would just do a couple sprays to the actual hair. Just so it'll help that hair, hydrate that hair and refresh that hair. So now I'm going to try the oil. And this is pure oil. But what I do like about it is all the thinner oils that are good for scalping. Let me see. Let me step over here. Well, I do. This one I can't smell the pineapple as much. That's what I was trying to step back so I can really see. And I would do the same thing, just a couple little. And that way you truly are locking in the moisture because you just put the water on. The water is the moisture and you're trying to lock it in with this little oil. The stimulating oil. And then just rub it in. Rub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub-dub. And actually, yesterday's retightening session was my last one for the year. I won't see my loctician. I usually see her in 6 weeks, which would have put me at the end of December, the last weekend in December. But this time, our schedules didn't match, so I'm gonna go in 7 weeks, and 7 weeks means I will go back to her on January the 4th, which is my half-versary for my sister lots. So come January, I will have had my sister lots for 4.5 years, right? Yeah. 2016, 4th of July. Which is how I ended up. This is the actual shirt I wore the day my locks were installed. Because that weekend, it was, 4th of July weekend. And I wore red, white, and blue the whole weekend. So that's why I can easily remember what shirt I wore. Plus, I got pictures. So I like to use this shirt as my my locks progress shirt. So I keep it. I actually put it right in one little spot so that after my reties or the day after my retie, I just go in there and get it. So I'm going to also do the back side, but I just noticed this video is getting a little long. So that is it. And I will check in with you all next year. Deuces.